What's going on, everybody? It's Matt, and I'm back again with another video. Hopefully you guys had a great summer, a great back to school season. I know that's the busiest season for barbers besides like holidays and stuff. I had a great one. So like I said, hopefully you guys had a great back to school time. We're going to get right into this. This is a referral from someone I went to cosmetology school with. Her name was Tay, and this is her man. She's been telling him to come to me for some time. He finally had the chance. I guess his barber was booked up. This was just what happens sometimes in Vegas. So I was like, I got you. And I like to follow the same steps, especially if someone says like nothing off the top. I usually, my steps are ready. Trimmer, lever open, one open, and then between that would be a half guard, and then the above the one open would be like a 1.5, depending on what I need to do up top. And yeah, we just take it from there. Like I said, this isn't a tutorial. This is just me showing how I'm progressing. I think I'm getting a lot better. I don't know about you guys, but 6 months of cutting hair, definitely doing what I need to do. And now it's moving towards that 7 month. Probably by the time you guys see this, yeah. But yeah, let's just talk about something else for once. What do you guys do on the downtime? I've recently been getting into reading because I feel like depending on the day, sometimes there's a lot of downtime. So if I'm not cutting, I'll sit there, I'll try to read. I've been scrolling a lot, so I've been trying to like minimize that as much as possible in between clients. And yeah, I just started picking up books and learning about finance. Is there any finance books that you guys have been looking into? I know there was a new series on Netflix called How to Get Rich. It came out in like 2023. I just saw it, and it made me realize like people would have a lot easier time on making money if they just understood like spending habits. I realized that's what it breaks down to. I think that's pretty reasonable. If you sit there and you look at your bank statement, you're looking at what you're spending money on. There's a lot of things you can minimize. Not having the newest car, maybe. That helps with car insurance, that helps with payments, not eating out as often, cooking at home. So I was just looking at that, and that's just something I like to think about. I thought that was pretty cool. Easy way to break it down. Again, with curly hair, I don't like to use a foil shaver. My bad, back into the barbering. I don't like to use a foil shaver on the back just because a lot of people break out no matter how much you clean the foil shaver. It's just the way the curly hair grows out of the follicle. It grows in a spiral, so it's going to cause that irritation. It's going to cause those little bumps in the back. I let them know this. I try to get as close down to bald as I can. If I need to, I'll even go to 5 out on my detachable, and that's going to be as close as possible. So that's not really necessary, but sometimes it is. But yeah, overall, I think this is coming out to be a clean cut. He didn't want anything off the top. We had a good conversation. He's a good man, helps his community out, went to college out here. So I thought that was pretty cool. As you see, the man in the background, I try to blur it out with the DJI. It just kind of does what it wants because it's trying to refocus. We were watching the Olympics at this time. So we were watching Braun and Steph do what they needed to do. People were stressing. People were sweating back here. It was funny to see because, they did what they needed to do. The NBA basketball team, the USA, they were doing what they needed to do, and everything was coming out the way it's supposed to. Besides that, let's get back into what else we were doing. Like I said, we were talking about finance. What else do I like to talk about? We could talk about the brand too, like Lever Play. That's taking me some time to put together just because I'm paying off like a lot of credit card debt. This is why I was talking about finances, because me and my wife are just trying to figure out what we're doing financially and paying off a lot of things and moving forward. It feels good. It feels good to be paying off all that and just finally getting rid of debt, because god damn, man, it holds something over your head every day. So there's that plays into it. I spoke about this with my clients too. I like to get perspectives on money from different clients, especially like from people that are in different stages in their life, and people love to talk about themselves. So that's, if you're looking at something to talk about your clients with, that might help. That might just break the ice for you. I know not every client likes to talk about money, but if you ask them like, hey, like what are a few investment strategies that you've been looking into, and they get excited, probably keep it on that topic, because that's one way to keep them, and then it lets them know like you care about that stuff too. Right there, you saw my towel service. I do this with every haircut and beard. We charge like a pretty good premium. We charge $60 haircut and beard and $40 for haircut. So I like to include the hot towel shave. And then that is my weighted razor. I just changed to Dorco premiums. They worked a lot better than the Derbies, and it's been like gliding on the skin, man. It's definitely been helping out, making the beard line nice and sharp, hairline nice and sharp. Going from there, everything just looks symmetrical and clean. I think this haircut came out pretty good. This was a pretty good transformation. At first, he wanted nothing off the top, and then he realized he had like a little too much in the front. So we knocked that down as well. And then, yeah. Also, recently I just bought an Apple Watch. Thought that was pretty cool. You can negotiate those. I bought an Apple Watch SE off OfferUp. I got a pretty good deal. I bought two of them, one for me, one for my wife. Just makes notifications a little easier. Sometimes when I'm cutting hair, I don't hear my phone, so I get to hear the beep on my Apple Watch and then go from there. Back into the cut, we going into the final stages. I know this conversation is just bouncing around. I'm just talking to you guys. Hopefully you guys liking the conversation. Just bouncing around, doing some finishing touches. Like I said, you'll see me switch between between trimmers if I need to. Sometimes they're just not hitting the way they need to, and I need the lines to be nice and sharp without pushing it back. And yeah, that does that. With the rolls, you want to stretch them as much as possible so you can get a nice gradient. Right now, it looks like the hair has enhancements, but that's just the way I cut it. You can see the sides are a lot darker. Just creates that nice effect. Then I'll come in with that 1.5 if I need to. And then, yeah, you can see there he has a little bit of the bumps, I guess, before he was using the foil shaver. I don't want to make that any worse than what it is. Right here, we picked out the top. I'm cutting it with the scissors, so that way it's just nice and even. And then I'll show them the haircut. Overall, I love when people refer me clients. I love when you guys find me off of YouTube and you looking on Google or whatever the case, you find a Henderson Barber. It just makes a big difference for me. It lets me know that to keep going with the vlogs, keep going with the content. Overall, it's a great feeling, and I love seeing progression. Like I said, I record these videos to see where I'm at the haircutting stage in my career, and I feel like I'm constantly getting better, constantly figuring out ways to improve the service and make the service more enjoyable for people. We laugh about jokes. I use some peppermint oil on top of the oils that are in the towels. So I try to provide the best customer service possible. With that being said, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. Later.